What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Kinetic615 back for another episode of the Michigan Wolverines Slow Sim Dynasty. We are in week 6 of year 5, 2029. Coach Connor Stallions at the helm of the Michigan Wolverines, currently 4-0, ranked number 2 in the country. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment on the video. For those that are tuning in for the first time, this is a Michigan Wolverines Slow Sim Dynasty, meaning that we are not playing the games, we are focusing on actually building a team and then seeing how good we actually are at building the team by letting it go and seeing how it plays. We got to make sure that we set the right scheme and the right playbooks, that we set the right aggressiveness, that we recruit the right players for the scheme, we develop them properly for their roles in the scheme, that we set the depth charts and the formation subs and the auto subs correctly, and then see just how good we really are at rebuilding a team. So it is very easy for some of these content creators out here to quote unquote rebuild a team when they can jump in and play all of their important games, right? And just make sure that they overpower EA's CPU coding. But we're not doing that. So week 6, 2029, we'll take a quick look back at the season so far. Alright, so to recap, we had an 87-6 win over Western Michigan to start the season. Then we went and defeated Temple 87-0. Texas A&M week 3, 46-16 win. Then we went into the bye week, came out of it with a 49-13 win over Purdue. Now in week 6, we are staying at home and hosting the number 16 Wisconsin Badgers, who are also 4-0 undefeated. Let's take a look. I'm not going to recap the roster. I'm going to start doing that every other episode or so. Now, we did lose out on John Comar, which sucks. Like, that sucks big time. That was our big quarterback target. Wow. We missed on Comar. And that's crazy because, like, we were in the lead and they didn't have a visit till week 12 or nothing. Wow. Alright, well, we lost on Comar. We gotta look and see what other QBs are still available. We went all in on Comar, so... Oh, man. Maybe take a shot at Doss. Or Ezekiel. Or do we go after a 3-star in Sneed? Wow, I can't believe we lost on Comar like that. We were in the lead, and they didn't have a visit until week 12. Wow. Doss is a gem. Can we jump into this? Ole Miss has 5-tier pipeline, but they're not going after him very hard. Can we jump in and steal him? Ezekiel looks good too. I say we go after both Doss and Ezekiel. We can't afford to miss. I think Doss is the better option, but also the one that's most dangerous that we could miss on as well, and we can't afford to miss on both, so I think we're going to go after both of them here. Alright, let's see, then we got, who else? Okay, so we got a commitment from 5-star linebacker Stephen Abiamiri out of Bradenton, Florida, 6'1", 217, ranked number 3 nationally at Mike linebacker, number 14 overall among all prospects, committed to Michigan over Florida State and Miami. So that's huge that we were able to pull a 5-star player out of Florida away from Florida State and Miami. We got a commitment from 4-star edge rusher Curtis Moffitt from Franklin, Michigan, 6'2", 228, ranked number 30 at the position of right edge, number 370 nationally, and committed to Michigan over Louisville and Texas A&M. Then we got one from 5-star cornerback Jeremy DeValve out of La Mesa, California. 6'2", 193, ranked number 3 at the position of cornerback, ranked number 15 nationally among all prospects, committed to Michigan over Clemson and Notre Dame. Then we got 4-star cornerback Jimmy Ricci out of Lynchburg, Virginia. 5'11", 162, ranked number 9 at corner, ninth best corner in the class, and then 48 overall among all prospects, and committed to Michigan over Pitt and Penn State. And then we've got 4-star offensive lineman Clay Batonio out of Dublin, Ohio. 6'5", 302, ranked as the number 2 center in the class, number 62 overall, committed to Michigan over Michigan State and Notre Dame. Alright, well, let's see. So Dwight Gage, we should get a commitment this week from him. Cooper Kaxer, now we've got some competition with Baylor trying to jump in, and they have a huge pipeline. So, I don't know, we might be screwed on Kaxer. Jaden Ty, we've got a small lead over Penn State. They've got a slightly better pipeline than us, but we do have him on campus next week. So I think we should be okay there. Derek Wayne, we've got a small lead over Oklahoma and Clemson. We've got a visit next week if we don't get a commitment this week. Levi Hebb, we've got a small lead over Ohio State and Duke. Maybe we can pull this one out of Ohio, but he is on campus at Ohio State this week. So if they're able to close him out and get a commitment this week, then we're kind of screwed. But if they don't get a commitment from Hebb this week, then we should get him next week. Alex Doris, slightly behind Alabama, but we have him on campus this week. So can we steal this one from Alabama? Ozugwu, we're still unopposed on Incoom, unopposed for Temple, unopposed for Merling. We are trying to move up the board for Kenoi. Nathan Cager, we've got a bit of a lead over Florida. Neither of us have a visit till way later in the season. I think we should be okay, but we'll see what happens there. Dion Tobin, we scheduled a visit last week for him to be on campus this week. We've got a small lead over Penn State, Syracuse, and Boston College. Let's flip his soft sell to a hard sell. And then we'll change this 5 to 10. Marquise Lake, we've moved into second place. We've got some visits coming up with Cincinnati and Louisville, though, so we really got to try to gain some ground here. We're in second place, but we've got the last visit, so I don't know. We'll see if he lasts, if we can keep it going until our visit with him. Trent Devin is cut to top 5. Let's take off Send the House. We'll schedule a visit for Ohio State week. We'll have him attend a team meeting. And we'll go Sunday player. And then we'll double soft sell with Conference Legend. Jamie Charbonnet, we've moved into first place on his board over Ohio State and 3 others. He's cut to top 5. Let's schedule a visit. Let's schedule it for Ohio State. Proximity to home and program tradition. We'll go with program tradition. And then we will hard sell Hometown Hero. Teddy German is cut to top 5. Let's schedule a visit. And that sucks. Alright, we can't schedule a visit with him. But we know Conference Prestige, so let's see. Pretty sure this is going to be Sunday Player, but it could also be Status Seeker. So let's double soft sell those 2. Larry West, let's go ahead and put 50 hours on. And then for Quinn Vick, let's go ahead and put 40 hours on. Alright, let's jump into the game. So we are going to use, as we have been, my custom playbooks. They're not glitch or cheese, they're legitimate scheme playbooks. They are both up for download if you'd like. Offense is Skull Blue, defense is D Skull Blue. The offense is my own personal creation. It's kind of a mix between pro style and air raid. I like to call it the pro raid offense. It does have a few sprinklings of spread elements in it, but for the most part, it's just kind of a pro style air raid hybrid. The defense is my attempt at the amoeba defense created by Wink Martindale, with heavy influence by Mike McDonald, Jesse Minter, and Brian Flores, who all run different versions of it. Since this is a top 25 matchup, we'll put on our big game blues. Let's get into it. And I will do some bad commentary. If it annoys you, let me know and I'll shut the fuck up. But it's fun for me to do. It's more radio style play-by-play than broadcast, but it's just me, I guess. And we got a primetime night game in Ann Arbor. In October. This is football season. This is football atmosphere. Nighttime in Ann Arbor, late October. Best time of the year. Two undefeated top 25 teams. Take a quick look at the depth charts. So for Michigan, our starting quarterback David Chosen, a junior. Starting running back freshman Steve Hayes, also junior Dakota Francis, and Terrell Carrion, a sophomore, will get some run. Kevin Trout, our fullback. Wide receivers Dante Ahmad, Matt Combs, Keelan Adams, Andre Anati. Tight end Larry Mock and Vinny Van Buren. Offensive line Mario Nunez, Avery Gash, Caden Strayhorn, Jose Shields, and Lamont Rogers. Defensive line left edge Ramon Corliss. You'll also see Steve Moen quite a bit. Paul Hicks and Nick Soles on the right side. Interior Romeo Sauer and Mello LaRoque. Linebackers Colin Callaway, Ezekiel Burns. Mike linebackers Oscar Cashman and Fanau Theus. Will linebackers D'Angelo Regis is the one that you'll see the most. Cornerbacks John Brown, Vernon Nordine, Jabari Armour, and Evan Ekiyor. Safeties Ron Reese, Terrell Pilgrim, Reggie Gideon, and Avery Rugamba. We've got senior kicker Otis Beck, junior punter Caleb Berryman. Long snapper will be the tight end Larry Mock. Third down running back Steve Hayes. Kick returner Steve Hayes and Sammy Moore. Punt returner as well. Third down running back Terrell Carrion. Power running back will be Dakota Francis. Gadget will be Dante Ahmad. Slot receiver will also be Dante Ahmad along with Andre Anati. Rush end Steve Moen and Nick Soles. Nose tackle will be Brian Colombo. And then you'll see Reggie Gideon get some play in the box on passing downs. Slot corners will be John Brown and Jabari Armour, as well as Avery Rugamba. There we go. I guess we could look real quick at Wisconsin's depth chart so we know who we're playing against. All right, 84 overall sophomore Courtney Howden is their quarterback. Shaquille Semple, a senior running back, East-West playmaker. Fullback, they don't really have one. Wide receivers, they got a 90 overall senior speedster, Lex Cyrus. The 86 overall junior speedster, Connor Hundley. Jerry Orlowski is their physical route runner, sophomore. Tight end, Steve Northrup. On the offensive line, left to right, they've got Owen Strabig, a pass protector. Hardy Watts, left guard. Center, Chad Cornell. Right guard, Cole Lamar. And right tackle, Kamani Mabin. On the defensive line, they've got a power guy on the left side, and Manny Cisco. Opposite him, another very strong guy, Alex Darnell. Interior, Ramon Casey. Linebackers, Johnny Bush, who's a captain. Nick Morrison and C.J. Harris. Corners, Major Jewell, Marcus DeVoe, Jackson Small. Remington Moss, a captain at free safety. And Chris Filippo, the other safety. All right, let's get into it. We'll set it on slow speed.
And the Badgers will kick it away.
Michigan's going to field the kickoff to start the game. They take it at the 2-yard line.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job.
Sammy Moore with the return to the 19-yard line. We see Steve Hayes, Dante Ahmad, the wide receiver 1, also the slot receiver. Clear alpha in the wide receiver room. David Chosen comes out under center, single back wing formation, 1 receiver to either side. Drops back to throw for the first play of the game. Fires over the middle. It's caught just shy of the first down by the tight end Larry Moss. Remington Moss on the tackle. 2nd and 1 for Michigan. Shotgun tight formation 2x2. Hands it to Hayes. Hayes runs up the middle through the line. Gets the first down but gets smacked by a defensive lineman. 1st and 10 Michigan. Shotgun, 3 receivers, 1 tight end. Fakes the handoff, play action, fires over the middle, gets it to the receiver, caught. Gets it to midfield at the 48, opponent's side. 1st and 10. Shotgun, 2x2, 1 tight end on the line. Fakes the handoff, keeps it on the QB read. Chosen, running right side, steps out of bounds on the right boundary at the 36-yard line, just enough for the first down. Chosen under center now, single back wing formation, 2 receivers wide left. Fires to the left sideline, caught, steps out of bounds at the 33, a gain of 3 yards, 2nd and 7. Hurrying back to the line, carrying the tailback. Tight formation 2x2. Chosen in shotgun on the left hash. Drops back to throw, underneath throw, caught. Gain of 6 by Keelan Adams. It's going to be 3rd and 1 Michigan. I-form wing. Chosen under center. Sneaks it across for the first down. 1st and 10, 24-yard line. Shotgun duo set, 2 backs, 3 receivers. Blitz steps up in the pocket. Chosen fires right, caught on the sideline, just shy of the touchdown. They're going to mark him out at the 2-yard line. 1st and goal, Michigan. Under center, single back, 4 receivers, spread wide, 2 to either side. Hands it to Carrion. Carrion tackled across the line just enough to get the touchdown, and Michigan gets the first points of the game.
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball in the first possession of the game, and they looked like scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. So it's an 80-yard drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So the Wisconsin Badgers offense will get the ball for the first time. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a...
Here we go. Wisconsin taking over for the first drive at the 12-yard line. Shotgun, 3 receivers, 1 tight end. Fakes the handoff on a slow RPO. Tries to pull it, but is hit as he throws, and it's incomplete. Shotgun, 3 receivers. Play action, quarterback keeper. Running left, gets just barely to the first down marker. They're going to mark it just short, 3rd and inches, and they're going to try to sneak it across here.
Win in the secondary right now. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Looking to throw.
Draws back to throw, steps up in the pocket. Fires underneath right side, and it's caught by a Wolverine. Interception, Michigan. Reggie Gideon, the starting strong safety. The Badgers quarterback threw it short into double coverage. It wasn't a hard throw at all. It just kind of hung there in the air. Reggie Gideon, the veteran safety, just able to get underneath of the receiver and jump up and get it. Huge turn of events there for Michigan Wolverines and a momentum shift. Hands it to Hayes. Hayes running up the middle. Falls across the first down marker at the 22, 1st and 10. Michigan hurrying back to the line. Shotgun. Empty backfield. Fires over the middle. Caught by Hayes out of the backfield. Gain of 5. 2nd and 5 Michigan. 17-yard line. Hurrying back to the line. Single back wing formation. 2 receivers, 1 to either side. Hands it to the running back. Hayes runs up the middle. Only a gain of 2. It'll be 3rd and 3 Michigan. Shotgun now. 3 receivers, 1 tight end in line. Michigan in the hurry up. Hayes motions out of the backfield. Out to the right side. Chosen with the snap. He's going to run it. QB blast. Gets just enough for the first down. Tackled at the 11. 1st and 10 Michigan. Shotgun split right. Slot right. Quick RPO pass to the tight end out of the backfield. Larry Mock with the catch and the touchdown. Michigan Wolverines go up by 2 touchdowns.
They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time. But when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in a terrific top 15 matchup. Miami is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now. But those fans that were there when the U was the U, they know this game is not over. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to SMU. It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He'll pull it on the read. There he goes. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. The Badgers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving.
Low snap, blitz by Michigan. Pulls it on the RPO, hits the receiver over the middle. Nice throw and catch there, and decision by the quarterback. 1st down for Wisconsin. 1st and 10 on Michigan's 37. Hands it to the running back, stuffed in the backfield for a 3-yard loss. 2nd and 13. Michigan's defense playing very aggressive here. They've got 8 guys in the box, but only rushed 4. Fires over the middle, underneath, caught, 1st down, gets it across the 25 at the 23, 1st and 10 Badgers. In scoring position on the right hash. Shotgun, drops back to throw. Blitz by Michigan, pocket collapsing, and he's sacked. And we've got an injury to starting offensive lineman for Wisconsin, Hardy Watts. The sack will move him back to the 31-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 19 for the Badgers. Shotgun, 4 receivers. Drops back to throw. Fires over the middle. It's caught. Huge gain of 16. 3rd and 3 for the Badgers from the 16-yard line. Shotgun, 4 receivers. 3 tight right, 1 wide left. Oh, fires right underneath. It's caught, but he doesn't get the 1st down. They're going to mark him at the 13, a yard shy, and Wisconsin's going to kick it from the right hash. The kick will go off from the 20-yard line. Can he hook it inside? No, it boinks off of the upright, and it's no good. Wisconsin still scoreless in the game after driving all the way down to the 13-yard line.
Those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in.
What do they call it? The dreaded doink?
And a missed opportunity.
The give to the back.
Gives it to Hayes. 6-yard run up the middle. 2nd and 4. Power I formation now chosen under center. Hayes the tailback.
You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players...
Hands it to Hayes, runs up the middle, follows his blocker, gets across the 1st down line. 1st and 10 at the 31.
Hayes
Hayes averaging a little over 5 yards per carry.
does the committee say?
Shotgun 4 receivers for Chosen. Hands it to Hayes. No, he keeps it on the play action. Hit as he throws. Dumps it off to Hayes out of the backfield. It's caught, but he's going to be tackled down at the 29. A loss of 2 yards. 2nd and 12. Michigan's going to hurry back, tries to get back, set back to the line. Shotgun split backs, 3 receivers. Receiver goes in motion left to right. Quick pass underneath, caught by Larry Mock, the tight end. Gain of 7. It's going to be 3rd and 5 now for Michigan. From their own 36-yard line. Chosen in shotgun, empty backfield, 5 wide.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down.
Tries to hit the receiver up the seam. The receiver doesn't get his eyes around in time, and it's incomplete. We've got an injury to Paul Chester on the defensive line for Wisconsin. Michigan on 4th and 5 are going to send out the punt team.
Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line.
Shotgun 4 receivers for Wisconsin. Fires left sideline. It's caught. Gain of 4. 2nd and 6. Under center now. Power formation. Drops back to throw. Hits the dig route underneath. Gain to the 36-yard line. 1st and 10.
How about that? Just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
Shotgun 4 receivers. And they don't get it off. That's going to be the end of the first quarter.
We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we
I need to step away from the microphone, guys. I need to go check on my mother. Take care of a couple things. I'll be back before the end of the game. Until then, enjoy the game commentary.
They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. So after the break, they'll go back to work. To the air on 1st down. Sets up the screen. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. On the run, still looking.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
He's knocked out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 44. The Badgers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Snagged out of the air. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Badgers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. A little screen to the running back. He makes the stop, and a nice pickup there on 1st down. Leaves them in 2nd and manageable. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. Lost to throw again. Buys a little time. Oh, he's got some space. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit. Use the play fake. Now to throw. It's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Rushes on him. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary. Guys that can win one-on-one and guys that change and force your game plan to have to adapt for them. You need to double team these guys if you want to have any chance. This is that type of player. He's got so much ability.
On 3rd and long. He'll need to loosen up that arm. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And the try is no good. Guys, a missed field goal and nothing changes. Still a 14-point game. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Fires to the wideout. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. It's picked off. The Heisman contender turns it over. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26. Quarterback on the keeper. Breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Getting set for the point after. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Soft spot in the middle. And he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. The give on the inside. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Quickly to the tight end. Knocked down at the 47. It's a 5-yard gain and enough to move the chains.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the 1st down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. The Wolverines moving quickly to the line. Going to swing it on 2nd down. That's reeled in. It's Hayes. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
When you got 3rd and this long, everybody knows what's coming. It's going to be a pass. Defensive linemen get to tee off. They know exactly what's coming. Go get the quarterback. It is your dream. That is what you live for. It's what you practice in the offseason for. I want sacks just like that.
And the Wolverines send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. He's got an open man. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Give to the running back. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Pulls it in. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Running with some authority as he bangs his way to the 43. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Power football with the run. They get him out of bounds at the 32, but that is what you want out of this running game. And the Badgers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass.
All right, guys, I'm back, and what a huge sack at the 2-minute mark of the first half
This defense doing what it does best.
to try to knock Wisconsin out of field goal range and force a 4th and 18. Romeo Sauer, just as I was sitting back down. Look at this, just quickly beats his block and gets to the quarterback. What a nice play there. And they're going to punt. They're not going to try to for the kick.
First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line.
And it goes out of bounds at the 7-yard line. Nice punt by the Badgers. 1:18 left in the half. Chosen in shotgun, split backs, Carrion and Hayes. 3 receivers. Looking to throw. Has to be careful on his own end zone doorstep. Gets it off over the middle. Wow, it's caught all the way down to the 27-yard line by Terrell Carrion. And Michigan uses their first timeout. Michigan up 14-7, 1 minute and 11 seconds left on the clock. On their own 27, 1st and 10. 2 timeouts remaining. Shotgun, 3 receivers. Chosen hits it underneath. Caught for a gain of 8, 2nd and 2. They're going to hurry back to the line. 45 seconds left on the clock. Fakes the handoff. Fires over the middle, and it's caught across midfield. And they're going to use their second timeout.
The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line.
Shotgun split backs, quick pass over the middle. Steve Hayes tackled down at the 30. 1st down. 20 seconds left on the clock. Michigan hurrying back. 4 receivers right, 1 left. Empty backfield for Chosen. Clock still ticking. 12 seconds. Takes a snap. Fires underneath. It's caught. Jukes a defender. Gets across the 20. Tackled down at the 16. And they're going to use their final timeout with 6 seconds left on the clock. This will be a 26-yard field goal kick from the left hash mark for Otis Beck, who's been an outstanding kicker for 3 seasons prior to this. And it's good. Otis Beck, the former Lou Groza Award winner from the previous season, nails it from 26 yards out. 3 seconds left on the clock. Wisconsin back for the kickoff. They take it in the end zone, kneel it down for a touchback. They'll get 1 play before the end of the half, and they're just going to kneel it down.
It's 1st down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Ann Arbor.
Player spotlight, Larry Monk, 4 catches, 33 yards, 1 touchdown.
Props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed.
Michigan with a 10-point lead going into halftime in this top 25 matchup with the Wisconsin Badgers. Both teams undefeated coming into this game.
In the big house.
And the Wolverines will kick it off to start the second half. On the move from inside
Takes the
his
kick at the 1 yard line.
He was looking
Tackled
for
down
some
at the
line
18,
movement.
first and 10 for the Badgers.
Stopped at the 18.
Start of the second half here.
Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field.
Power formation. Hands it off, running right, gets across the first down marker, up the sideline. Nobody's going to catch him. He's going to go all the way, but there's a flag on the play.
Running free, going to the end zone.
And this is probably coming back. Wisconsin, with an illegal block in the back, is going to negate the huge touchdown run by the Badgers. It's going to move them back to the 14-yard line, first and 14. Quick RPO pass to the right side, incomplete. Second and 14. Shotgun, 4 receivers, 3 bunched left, 1 right. Under pressure, he's scrambling. Dives down at the 22-yard line. It's still going to be 3rd and 6 to go for the first down. Shotgun, single back, 2 by 2 to either side. Drops back to throw. Quick pass left. Caught on the little post route from the boundary. Lex Cyrus with the catch, and that's a first down Badgers. First and 10 from the 42-yard line. Fakes the handoff on the RPO. Hits the receiver to the left. No, it's incomplete. Second and 10. Shotgun 2 by 2 tight formation. Fires over the middle. It's caught. First down past midfield. 46-yard line. First and 10. Hands it off to the running back. Up the middle. Splits the defenders. Gain of 7 on the run. 39-yard line. Second and 3 for the Badgers. 2 by 2 shotgun. 8 in the box for Michigan. Fakes the handoff. Play action. Pocket collapsing. He gets it off underneath. Dumps it off to the tight end. Caught. It's going to be 3rd and 3 from the 39. Shotgun. 3 receivers, 1 tight end in line. Single tailback. Looking to throw. Fires right. Hits the receiver in the hands, but it's knocked out by the hit. Incomplete. It'll be 4th and 3. We've got an injury timeout for Michigan. Starting left edge Ramon Corliss will be taken to the sideline.
Facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football. When the
punt goes out at the 12-yard line, and Michigan will take over. Single back wing formation. 1 receiver to either side, chosen under center. Drops back to throw. Fires right side. And it's incomplete. Now we've got an injury for Avery Gash, the offensive lineman for Michigan.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him.
Second and 10 for Michigan. 3 receivers, trips right. Shotgun for Chosen. 1 tight end, Mock on in line. Terry on the running back. Terrell Carrion. Hits the tight end, Mock over the middle. Caught, first down catch at the 25-yard line. First and 10, Michigan. Carrying the tailback, chosen under center, single back, wing formation, 2 receivers. No, he's switching the play, dropping back into shotgun. 2 receivers wide left. Hands it to the running back, runs up the middle, gain of 1, second and 9. Shotgun, 3 receivers, 1 tight end in line. Looking to throw, hits the running back out of the backfield. Carrion spins around a defender. They're going to call it a fumble, but we're going to challenge that.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball.
I think we're going to challenge that. So here we see the spin. I think his knee was down before the ball came out. We're going to challenge that. Okay, why is it not letting us do anything? It's not letting us do anything. It's not letting us do anything. I can't pause it. I can't hit any buttons. It's not letting me do anything. All right, now we're going to challenge the play.
Out here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look.
There's the fumble. His knee's already down.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge?
Okay. Let's check the injury report. Was that saying Corliss is injured for real? Broken ribs. Wow. That's not good. That is not good. All right. Well, not good, man. Not good. Steve Mullen will step in as the first string defensive end on the left side.
It'll go his way. And the Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short.
Shotgun split backs, 2 receivers. 1 tight end in line. Fakes the handoff, play action. Hits the running back out of the backfield. Gets the first down. 35-yard line, 1st and 10. Empty backfield, 4 receivers. And Chosen's going to keep it on the run. He slides at the 40. 4-yard gain, 2nd and 6. Shotgun, 3 receivers, 1 tight end. Chosen with the RPO, hits Mock in the backfield, but it's going to lose some yards there. 3rd and 9 now from the 37. Draws back to throw. Fires deep down the right sideline. And it's caught at the 20-yard line by Keelan Adams. Wisconsin's going to use... Wait, who used the timeout? I'm not sure. Anyway, empty backfield, 5 receivers wide. Chosen in shotgun. Draws back to throw. Hits the receiver underneath on the drag route. Caught. Gain to the 14-yard line, 2nd and 4. Single back wing formation. 2 receivers in the tight end, bunched right, 1 tight left. Hands it to the running back up the middle. Dante Ahmad, the receiver, lined up as a tailback, gets the first down, 1st and goal, I form. Again, Ahmad, the tailback. Runs left, gets to the line, and it's a touchdown. Rushing touchdown for Dante Ahmad. The wide receiver 1, slot receiver, and now tailback, do-it-all offensive weapon for the Wolverines.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on the extra point. Let's go to the studio now.
Michigan's lead improves to 24-7. Just under 6 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter. Wisconsin takes the kick in the end zone. They're going to kneel it down for a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Shotgun, 4 receivers. Or 3 receivers and a tight end. Hands it to the running back on the sweep. And he's taken down in the backfield. Ran down by the big boy, Romeo Sauer, for a loss of 2. Shotguns, single back, 2x2.
Second down, they'll go to the air.
Under pressure, hit as he throws. Gets the throw off to the right side. It's caught, but no gain on the play. It'll be 3rd and 12. Same formation, shotgun, 2x2. Under pressure again, gets it off again. This time to the left side, gain of 5, 4th and 7, but the Badgers will punt. The punt's got good distance. It's taken at the 30. And Hayes, returning it, gets it back to the 39-yard line, 1st and 10. Single back wing formation. Chosen under center. Hayes the tailback. 2 receivers wide right, 2 tight ends in line. Hands it to Hayes. Runs up the middle. Met just past the line. Only a gain of 2. 2nd and 8. Shotgun, 3 receivers. Takes a low snap. Chosen fires left. Caught. Holds on to it through the contact. 1st down, Michigan. That'll move the sticks to the 46-yard line. 1st and 10, Michigan. Chosen changing the play, moving receivers left side, pulling one into the right end of the line, drops back to throw, hits the back out of the backfield. Steve Hayes with the catch, gain of 8, and we're going to have an injury timeout for Wisconsin. Ramon Casey on the ground, holding his stomach.
And making quick decisions. This guy has the ability to do all of those things.
Chosen comes out, under center, I-form wing. Dakota Francis, the tailback. One receiver wide left, drops back to throw. Hits the tight end underneath. Vinny Van Buren caught, tackled down at the 29-yard line, 1st and 10 Michigan. Under center, 4 receivers, 3 wide right, 1 left. No, he's going to drop back to shotgun, take a low snap, hand it to Francis. Francis running up the middle. Jukes a defender, gets it to the 25-yard line, gain of 4, 2nd and 6 Michigan. Shotgun, takes a snap, looking to throw, fires underneath, caught. Dante Ahmad, gain of 3, tackled at the 22, 3rd and 3. Michigan in the hurry-up, still running tempo. Under center now, single back, hands it off to Francis. Francis running right, gets past the first down marker to the 18-yard line, 1st and 10. Michigan's offense, nickel and diming Wisconsin right now, wearing them out. 3 receivers, tight formation, hands it to Hayes on the handoff. Gain of 3 on the run, 2nd and 7. Shotgun now, 2 receivers to either side. One is the tight end, Larry Mock, spread wide. Hayes the tailback, Chosen in shotgun, takes a snap. Looking to throw. Looks left corner of the end zone, and it's intercepted by Wisconsin. Interception, big-time interception in the end zone by Wisconsin. Bad choice there by Chosen. Trying to hit the receiver in the back corner of the end zone, but the defender was right there underneath the receiver the whole time. Remington Moss, I think, is that his name? Yeah, Remington Moss, the safety. I mean, he was just in the perfect position. I'm not sure why Chosen decided to make that throw. Wisconsin takes over at the 20-yard line. Shotgun, 3 receivers, 1 tight end. Hands it to the running back, running left. Gets it down to the 25-yard line, gain of 5, 2nd and 5 Badgers.
Halfway there on 1st down and 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top.
Quick pass to the right side on the screen. Receiver brings it in for no gain. 3rd and 5. Shotgun, 3 receivers left, 1 right. Single tailback. 5 on the line for Michigan. Drops back to throw. Steps up into the pocket. He's going to take off. He's going to run it. And he's taken down at the 29, 1 yard short of the 1st down, and they're not going to risk it. They're going to send out the punt team. Michigan's defense on top of it. They were ready for the QB run and able to stuff him behind the line to gain. Hayes with the punt, takes it in at the 22-yard line, returns it back to the 27, and that'll be the end of the 3rd quarter. 1 quarter left to play. Michigan's up 24-7. Chosen in shotgun now. Slot left, 3 receivers. Tight end in the backfield. Quick RPO pass to Mock. Mock catches it, but doesn't get much, maybe a yard past the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 9 for Michigan, 28-yard line. 3 receivers wide right, 1 left, single tailback Hayes.
Good job tackling, not allowing him to get the 1st down.
Chosen making coverage changes blocking changes at the line. Drops back to throw, quick fire to the right. Dante Ahmad has to come back to it a little bit. Only gains a yard. It'll be 3rd and 8. 29-yard line. Chosen in shotgun. 3 receivers right side, 1 left. Bunch tight to the right. Hayes the tailback standing just behind. Chosen, quick pass to the right sideline. Ahmad catches it at the 30. But it's not going to. It's only going to be a yard on the gain. It's going to be 4th and 7, and Michigan will punt. 3 plays, 3 1-yard gains, and they're going to punt it. Punt gets across the 20. It's brought back past the 30. Jukes the defender just shy of the 40. Tackled at the 39. 1st and 10, Wisconsin. Shotgun, 2 receivers, 1 to either side, 2 tight ends. Fakes the handoff, play action, hits the tight end out of the backfield, caught. Gain of 8, 2nd and 2 from their own 47-yard line. Shotgun wing formation, 2 receivers wide left. Play action, fires over the middle, hits the receiver in the hands, but the hit from the defender knocks it out. Incomplete, 3rd and 2. Shotgun, 3 receivers for the Badgers. Hands it to the running back, gets the first down across midfield, across the 40, down to the 35-yard line. New set of downs for the Badgers, 1st and 10. Shotgun, 3 receivers, 1 tight end. Blitz by Michigan, hands it to the running back, splits the defensive line, gets across the first down marker, tackled at the 22-yard line. Semple on the run, now just a yard shy of 60 yards on 9 carries. Draws back to throw, hits the tight end out of the backfield. Short gain of 2 yards, 2nd and 8 Badgers. Shotgun, 3 receivers, 1 tight end. 6 in the box for Michigan, 5 on the line. Only rushing 4. And he's under pressure, sacked, and it's stripped. It's a fumble. Wisconsin falls on it. It's going to be a loss of yards back to the 26, 3rd and 14. And that offensive lineman for Wisconsin likely saved a scoop and score touchdown. Steve Moung, the edge rusher stepping in for the injured Ramon Corliss, beats his defender, hits the quarterback, knocks the ball loose, and is a huge gain to potentially stop the momentum of the Badgers. It's going to be 3rd and 14. Badgers come out in shotgun, 4 receivers wide. Drops back to throw, under pressure, fires over the middle, caught, first down, tackled down at the 8-yard line, and just like that, Wisconsin's got the momentum back. 1st and goal to go. 8-yard line, shotgun, 3 receivers. Hands it to the running back, runs up the middle, hit at the 2-yard line, tackled at the 1, 2nd and goal. They're going to try to sneak it across in a goal line set. And they get it, touchdown Badgers.
And there is no secret about it. Line up in goal line formation. I'm going to run the ball down your throat. My guys are more physical than you.
Shaquille Semple, the running back. What a drive for Semple.
Lining up to add another.
Sending out the kicker for the extra point to make it a 10-point game. 6.5 minutes left to go in the game, and Wisconsin cuts Michigan's lead to 10. 24-14. They're going to kick off. Michigan takes it just inside the end zone. They bring it out across the 10, the 15, the 20. They get it down to the 21-yard line, 1st and 10. Chosen under center, wing formation, single back, 2 receivers wide left. Drops back to throw, quick pass left. It's caught, only a gain of 1, 2nd and 9 Michigan on the 22. They're going to hurry back to the line. Shotgun now. 3 receivers.
Great job on defense, too. See ball, get ball. They saw exactly when that ball
low
was
snap,
spit out.
hands it to Hayes. Hayes up the middle, jukes a defender, gets the first down just enough. They're going to mark it at the 32, 1st and 10 Michigan. Under center, tight formation. 3 receivers, but no, he's changing the play. Drops back to shotgun. Trips left. Hands it to the running back. Hayes splits the defenders, gets up the line, around the edge, and steps out just shy of midfield at the 49, 1st and 10 Michigan. I-form wing. 1 receiver wide right for the Wolverines. Chosen under center. Dante Ahmad lined up like a tight end. They hands it to Hayes. Hayes up the middle, gain of 2. 2nd and 8, just on the other side of midfield. Under center now, single back. No, he's going to drop back to shotgun. 4 receiver set. Looking to throw. Fires deep down the right side. He's got a guy. He's got separation. The receiver had to slow it down to get back under the pass, so he was caught by the defender, but he got pulled the pass in for a huge first down all the way down to the 10-yard line. 1st and goal Michigan. Chosen in shotgun. Drops back to throw. Hits the running back out of the backfield. Steve Hayes tries to leap into the end zone, and he gets it. Touchdown Michigan. Steve Hayes with the catch out of the backfield, and they give themselves a little bit more cushion, increasing their score to 31 following, assumedly, the good extra point. Right here, you see him jump, try to leap into the end zone, and he just gets the ball across the plane.
seconds. The official's
Wait,
going
never
to
mind.
take
They're
a
gonna
second
review
look
it
at
and
this
see if he actually got across. Oh, that he might not have. Oh, that angle is so hard to tell. They're going to reverse the call. They're going to say he's down less than half a yard from the touchdown. Second and goal. They hand it to Dakota Francis, and Francis runs it in. So the touchdown pass to Hayes is taken off the board, and a touchdown run for Dakota Francis puts it back on.
Give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And
Kick
the
is up.
extra point
It's
was
good. 31-14 Michigan.
Kevin Connor's in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, a big-time top 15 duel. Let's get right to it. Miami is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Sebastian isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 9 over SMU. Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Pass knocked down by the defender there. 2nd and 10 for the Badgers.
Hang on. Typically, he makes that play. It'll be 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the pass.
Hit as he throws, and it's intercepted by Michigan.
Way to set him up.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense.
Chosen in shotgun. 3 receivers.
Wants to throw on 1st down.
Hits the tailback, carrying out of the backfield. Gets the 1st down. Tackled at the 4.
That end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
Quick pass to Mock out of the backfield. Gain down to the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal. Under center, single back. 4 receivers, 2 to either side. Spread wide. Hands it to Carrying, carrying up the middle, and it's a touchdown run.
And the route is on. Now they've got a little breathing room after that score, and a Week 6 victory is in the offing, it appears.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Right on the money. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. The Badgers can really attack on this 2nd and short. 2 minutes now.
And we've got 2 minutes left in the game.
Time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Now on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Setting up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. 3rd and long, and he'll try to...
Oh,
they really could have used
almost had that catch there. They're going to go for it on 4th and 6, though. That hit his hands, and it was knocked out by the defender. 4th and 6. And this is the game right here. He throws it over the middle. It's caught incomplete. Or no, he got it. A complete pass. 1st down past the midfield, and the drive continues.
We'll have it 1st and 10.
A minute 30 left on the clock. Wisconsin down by 21. Drops back to throw, fires over the middle, and ooh, that was almost intercepted, but it is caught. 9-yard gain, 2nd and 1.
The Badgers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving.
Looking to throw, and he's sacked.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. They'll immediately call timeout. Offense going to be challenged.
Wisconsin uses their 2nd timeout, 3rd and 6. Drops back to throw, fires deep down the left sideline to the end zone, one-on-one, knocked down by the defender, incomplete, 4th and 6. A minute left on the clock, empty backfield, 5 wide. Drops back to throw, pocket collapsing, he hits the underneath route, caught, but it's short of the first down, turnover on downs, Michigan ball, and they're just going to kneel it out with just under a minute left on the clock. Michigan's going to get their 5th win of the season and improve to 5-0. Wisconsin will take their first loss.
I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement.
David Chosen, player of the game, 354 passing yards, 1 touchdown. He did have 2 interceptions.
Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really
So not the greatest game by Chosen.
They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Stats for the game. Michigan for 32 first downs to Wisconsin's 20. 460 yards of total offense to Wisconsin's 355. Wisconsin ran one more play than the Wolverines, 67 to 66. Yards per play average, Wisconsin 5.3, Michigan 7 yards. Run game, Michigan 26 carries, 106 yards, 4 touchdowns, 4.1 yards per rush. Wisconsin 26 carries, 105 yards, 2 touchdowns, an average of 4 yards per rush. Almost identical. Both teams with 26 carries, Michigan with 1 more yard and 2 more touchdowns. In the pass game, again, very similar numbers. Michigan 35 of 40 for 1 touchdown, and Wisconsin 30 of 41, 0 touchdowns. So 1 more pass thrown by Wisconsin, 5 more completed by Michigan with 1 touchdown. Michigan with 354 yards, Wisconsin with 250. So just much more efficiency from the Michigan pass game, but very similar numbers. Michigan 62% on 3rd down conversions, Wisconsin 38%. 4th down conversions, 2 attempted by Wisconsin, they were 50% on them. No 2-point conversions attempted. 85% red zone percentage for Michigan, 25 for Wisconsin. Turnovers, both teams had 2 interceptions. Punt return yards for Wisconsin, 26, 10 for Michigan. Kick return yards, 55 for Michigan, 45 for Wisconsin. Total yards on the game, 525 for Michigan, 426 for Wisconsin. Punts, 51.3 average for Michigan, 36.3 average for Wisconsin. 1 penalty in the game for 10 yards on Wisconsin. Time of possession, now this is interesting. Wisconsin dominated time of possession with 29 minutes and 18 seconds. Individual player stats for the Michigan Wolverines. David Chosen, 35 of 40 for 354 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, an 87% completion percentage, and 160 quarterback rating. Run game, Steve Hayes, 12 carries, 63 yards. David Chosen, 6 carries, 15 yards. Dakota Francis, 3 for 9 with 1 touchdown. Terrell Carrion, 3 carries, only 5 yards, but 2 touchdowns. Dante Ahmad, 2 carries, 14 yards, and a touchdown. In the receiving game, Larry Mock has 9 catches, 85 yards, and a touchdown. Dante Ahmad, 6 catches for 59 yards. Steve Hayes, 6 for 33. Matt Combs, 3 for 32. Terrell Carrion, 3 for 40. Keelan Adams, 3 for 52. Andre Anati, 2 for 36. Sammy Moore, 1 for 6. Kevin Trout, 1 for 3. Vinny Van Buren, 1 for 8. Blocking, we had no sacks given up attributed to an offensive lineman. and Lamont Rogers had 15 pancakes, leading the offensive line. Defensive side, we had a split for tackles leader, John Brown and Reggie Gideon, both with 10 apiece. TFL's leader was Romeo Sauer with 4. Sacks leader, we had a split 2 and 2 for Romeo Sauer and Nick Soles. Steve Mowing also had 1 with the strip sack. Steve Mowing also had 1 of the 2 interceptions in the game, along with Reggie Gideon. PBUs, 2 for Vernon Nordine. And in the kicking game, excellent kicker Otis Beck, 1 of 1 from the field for 33 yards and a perfect 5 for 5 extra points. Punting, Caleb Berryman punted 3 times for 154 yards, an average of 51.3. Kick returns, Steve Hayes had 2 for 38 and Moore had 1 for 17. Punt returns, Hayes had 2 for 10. All right, let's back out to the main menu. We'll advance the week and see what changes. And we got a commitment from Dwight Gage, 5-star offensive lineman out of Detroit, Michigan. Got a commitment from 5-star linebacker Alex Doris from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Got one from Nathan Cager, 4-star center out of Washington, Maryland. One from 5-star safety Derek Wayne from Gardena, California. And we didn't lose out on anyone, so that's good. Steve Moen got Big Ten Defensive Player of the Week. 1 sack, 1 tackle, 3 TFLs. Don't forget 1 strip sack, forced fumble, and 1 interception for Moen. All right, and that win over a top 25 opponent did vault us into the number 1 position in the top 25. Let's take a look at what shook out there. So Michigan moved from 2 to 1. Miami moved from 4 to 2. Pitt moved from 5 to 3. Clemson dropped from 1 to 4 after a loss at Pitt. Mizzou moved up 3 from 8 to 5. Texas moved from 9 to 6 on a bye week. Oregon moved up 5 spots from 13 to 7. I'm sorry, is that 6 spots? I'm sorry. Tennessee 11 to 8. Auburn moved up from 12 to 9 on a bye week. USC dropped from 3 to 10 after a loss at Oregon. Louisville moved up 5 spots from 15 to 11. BYU 17 to 12. Ole Miss dropped from 7 to 13 with a loss to versus UConn. Penn State moved from 20 to 14. Georgia moved from 19 to 15. Notre Dame dropped from 6 all the way down to 16 after a loss on the road at NC State. Louisiana moved from 21 to 17. Navy from 22 to 18. SMU dropped from 10 to 19 after a loss to Miami. Texas A&M moved up 3 places to number 20. Baylor dropped from 14 to 21 after a loss to UCLA. Duke moved up 2 spots, 24 to 22. Wisconsin, after we beat them, dropped from 16 to 23. And then Texas Tech and UCLA moved from unranked to 24 and 25. That means that Iowa and TCU both dropped from the top 25 rankings. And then since we did have a couple players in the Heisman race last week, let's take a look. So Steve Hayes is no longer in the top 5. David Chosen has dropped from the favorite to number 3. We'll see what happens there. All right, so that's going to be this episode. Make sure to tune in next week, or on the next one, to watch us take on the visiting Washington Huskies, who come in at 4-1 to take on the number 1 ranked undefeated 5-0 Michigan Wolverines. Make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. Check out the GoFundMe link in the YouTube bio. It's also pinned at the top of my X profile at Kinetic615. Feel free to shoot me a message on there. I'll try to get back to you. And until next time, guys, as always, Skol Vikes and go blue. Appreciate y'all.